why are therapists and personal trainers not teaming up so that I can do a therapy session while I work out?
That's a great idea.
Can you imagine how good you'd feel?
1, 2, 3. Tell me your deepest fear.
Come on, give me 5 more. It's not your fault. You were just a kid.
Push. There you go. Push. Why don't you open up more to your girlfriend?
Welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Della Siepe.
And I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here. We're peers.
Get used to it.
Thank you. Nice. We're here in beautiful Spider House Rules Studios. And before we get in the episode, do us a favor. Like every single week I say, subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Get notified every time an episode comes out. Support your favorite show. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever, follow the show. Leave a comment. Help the show. How are you?
I'm so good. We're going to stop begging for you to follow and like when we're as influential as Joe Rogan. I'm doing great, thank you.
Better start getting some alpha brain right now.
Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to tell you, I've formulated the perfect brain balance of pills, and you can send me $20 and I'll send you some pills.
Nice.
Don't ask what's in them, but they will make your brain work.
What if I slowly got Roganized? What if you just looked over here and you saw kettlebells that look like gorilla heads?
Honestly, I'd ask to borrow them because that's one thing I think he's got right. I think the kettlebell is a really good thing that I own one. While my roommate owns one that he lets me use.
You know what I realized is that there isn't enough comedy podcasts with two straight men
No.
fucking dissecting the election.
No, not enough.
There's not enough.
Not enough. So here we are.
Not enough. Let's have absolutely no expertise, no wherewithal, no political sort of
Yes.
backing, and dissect the whole thing.
A deep dive investigation into the election based entirely on vibes.
Yes, vibe. I like a good vibes. Here's the thing, and I'll end it with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get too political on the podcast. I'm like, I'm honestly, I'm politicized out. I've seen, because being a stats guy, this is
This is your Super Bowl?
no, I won't say Super Bowl. This is like, I can't help but be. It's like a siren in the sea. It's like,
you got numbers.
what? How did that county vote? Oh my God.
Yeah, if you're getting deep into the county results for
Oh, my
states
God.
you don't live in, unplug.
Oh man, I'm just looking at counties of places I would honestly, it's my nightmare to even go through.
Yeah.
And I'm just like looking at all the numbers because you can't help it. It's like, ooh, that state flipped, this state flipped. Ooh, that it's just the numbers are just. I like numbers in that way.
Fascinating. Numbers are fascinating to look at.
You know what it is? I blame baseball cards.
Yeah, that might have done it. That might have ruined our brains.
And then the internet came in and then said, "Hey, want some real deep stats?
Yeah, you want infinite numbers to obsess over?
Yeah.
We got you, bud.
And baseball is such a stats game because you could go in the Hall of Fame and never be a winner. You can be in the Hall of Fame in Major League Baseball and never actually have a winning season, but just have amazing stats.
Yeah.
Is that I think that holds water, doesn't it?
What do you mean by never be a winner?
Let's say this. You've never, ever sniffed the playoffs. You're always a bottom feeder team, but your career 300 hitter, you have 500 home runs.
You're talking about Mike Trout, first ballot Hall of Famer.
There you go.
Yeah. Good point.
See, great point. Yeah. So I did have a good point, didn't I? Oh,
Yeah.
You said I had a good point.
Maybe the first time on the whole pod, Eddie's had a great point.
Clip that.
Yeah.
I got a good point. But I love the back of baseball cards. You're just fascinated by numbers. We'd have the internet to like guide us with pornography or anything. So I love numbers, and this is too many numbers, too much breakdown, too much what went wrong, what went right. I'm just like, I'm all politicized out. But I think Kamala would have won if she just leaned in a bit and just told the bros, said this, guys, the moment I get office, I'm telling you where the aliens are. I'm not talking about the illegal ones. I'm talking about the green ones.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, boys, what's that? You want to know who really shot JFK? I got the answer at my fingertips.
Yeah, guess who's going to get the keys to the file cabinet as soon as she's elected?
I think I'll have my winning stump speech at Roswell.
Ooh. Chime in the comments. Would you have voted for Kamala?
If she did that, I think everyone's like, well, I gotta see.
I gotta know.
Yeah.
God, that's a really good idea.
Like, I know everything. As soon as I get the keys to the car, I'll drive you wherever you need to go. Right down Conspiracyville. And there's a lot of bros that have been like, yeah, I kind of want to know.
Yeah, I would want to know.
Yeah. JFK assassination. Did the guy in the umbrella have anything to do with it? You know about that theory?
I don't know about the umbrella guy.
There's a guy. I went down a deep dive. I think every guy eventually goes through a JFK assassination deep dive on YouTube. It's just beckonings you.
Unless you're a Gen Z, and then it's probably a 9/11 deep dive.
Yeah, that's true. Or you're just learning the latest dance so you can go viral and make tons of money on the road. But there's a guy, and I think the New York Times did a story on this dude where they showed the Zapruder film or one of those, some footage of a guy just holding an umbrella. Dressed all in black, just holding an umbrella as JFK was just turning the corner on, what's that street again?
Dealey Plaza, yeah.
And people are like, oh, was he signaling for someone to shoot? There was even theories that he had a gun in the umbrella.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is they end up tracking him down and they said, why did you have the umbrella? Why did you open the umbrella? And he said he's originally from England, and it was a way to protest.
Huh.
Because he was somebody with a war in Vietnam, and in England they would raise the umbrella and protest as a royal would come through.
They would raise the umbrella.
So that was his protest.
Cool. That's
what a British way of protesting.
Yeah, English thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, what we did.
I will surely show him my displeasure with this umbrella.
I will wear a short sleeve shirt when it's winter outside. I'll drop a tea bag at my shoes.
I'll leave one mushy pea in my bangers and mash.
I will scoff audibly.
Anyhow, election's gone.
Election's gone.
I'm kind of actually relieved that it's over, dude.
It was obviously not the result I was hoping for, but it was sort of a wave of relief of like, well, it's the election's over. We do whatever's next. But it is always a relief. And then about 2 years, it's about 2 years before you start feeling anxious again about the next one, I'd say.
Yeah. The liberals need a bro. The liberals need a bro.
Look, I happen to be a bro. I'm not saying I need to be president. I'm not saying you as the podcast audience should make me the next presidential candidate. I'm just saying I'm available.
This is a Blue State Bro Show.
Is this? We are. Yeah, this is the podcast. I keep seeing people being like, how come the left doesn't have a podcast like Joe Rogan? Guys, it could be us. If you would tell your friends.
Why can't we be Blue State Bros?
Why not? That should have been the name of the podcast. Blue State Bros.
I believe in women's right to choose, pussy.
Yeah. I'll beat your fucking ass if you don't think access to abortion is health care.
Anyway, so what did you do? What's going on aside from elections aside? What else is going on?
Eddie, I want to tell you, I went to the movies. I went to the movies last night. You don't
movie?
go to the movies a lot, do you?
No, I don't. I don't go to the movies. I don't read. I don't really do anything fun. I don't dance, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs.
Or pick his butt.
I do that.
Okay.
Yeah, with a novelty #1 foam finger.
You got to really get in there with one of those.
It's actually very comical if someone ever catch you. Just like, hey. Wouldn't that be funny if you came home and you saw some guy just fingering his ass with one of those foam finger #1
If I came home and found that in my living room, yeah. I mean, it'd be funny later, but first it would be an emergency I had to deal with.
Oh, what are you doing here? It's like brown tip on the finger.
That's my foam finger.
Your roommate comes out. Is he home? Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, you're supposed to be on the road. Anyway.
But anyways, I love the movies. I love to go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the movies. I saw Nora. Pretty good movie.
What movie?
Anora. It's a new A24 film about a sex worker who gets wrapped up in a Russian oligarch son's life. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it. But I went to an AMC, and I fucking hate AMC.
Why?
And,
Why?
Oh, Eddie. Okay, well, let me just tell you. First, let me tell you some of the experience that I had, and then we can get more into what I hate about AMC. But first of all, I go to this AMC, and now every AMC, it's not like you don't walk up to the counter and order things and someone hands them to you. It's like a cafeteria almost, where you just go and grab popcorn that's been sitting there for a while, and then a cup, and then you got to fill it up yourself at the Coke Freestyle machine. And half of the Coke Freestyle machines are broken. That's annoying, but I could live with that if it was a good viewing experience. But I'm in the movie. The movie started. The movie has started, Eddie. And a group of 5 people walks in, and they all have their phone flashlights on.
Phone flashlights?
Their phone. The
phone flashlights.
They all have their phone fingers right up their asses, blinking lights.
Brown-fingered foam fingers.
They've all got their flashlights on. They sit down. Flashlight stays on the flashlights are on for 2.5 to 3 minutes.
Why do they have their flashlights? Is it
To
assigned
find
seat?
their seat.
Oh, it's assigned, right?
That's the other thing that bothers me. No assigned seating at the movies. You
No.
show up, you find your fucking seat. Anyways.
Movies should be like Southwest flights.
Yes.
Every person for themselves.
Yes. If you don't care about the trailers, maybe you don't get as good of a seat. Maybe because you don't care about cinema as much as I do. Anyways. So these women, they were young women. They watched the movie. At one point, I look over and all of them are looking at their phone.
During the movie?
During the movie. They're also having full volume conversations.
Are these people hot at least?
It was too dark to tell. Could have been. Hard to say. Hard to say.
Because if they're hot, I'm cool with it.
Then it's okay, yeah. Then I go and I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
You guys are so hot. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm married. I'm just looking. I'm looking.
Oh, you guys like movies too?
Just looking, dreaming, fantasizing.
So they talk through almost the whole movie. They're shushed a couple of times. Someone at one point says, women in the front, keep it down. And
So these women are on their phone. They're talking in the movie theater during the movie, not during the trailer, during the movie.
During the movie. They didn't even see any of the trailers because they walked in 2 minutes after the movie started. And I never saw a single AMC employee the entire time I was there.
Wow.
I think that AMC is a company that does not care about the movie viewing experience.
No, they
they
don't.
just care about making money off of you, which whatever. We don't need
What
to
time
get
of
into
day
that.
is this? What day is
This
this?
is like a 7 p.m. movie. Prime time. I paid $20 for
Saturday?
this ticket. Sunday.
How many people were in the movie theater?
It was almost full.
This is egregious. This
Egregious. That's what I'm saying.
Did no one police them?
No.
one.
And see, this is why stop doing the AMC just because I don't like to go to AMC, but I will go because my friends they use the AMC, A-list or stubs or whatever it's called, where you pay a flat rate and you can see as many movies as you want. And they're like, I love movies. I got to see as many movies as possible. But it's like, if you love movies, you wouldn't go to AMC because no one who works there cares about making it a good experience for a moviegoer.
Okay, now hear me out. You're not going to like what I have to say here.
I'm not. I can already tell. I'm going to be so mad.
But in moments like this, it'd be kind of nice just to have a gun.
Honestly.
No. Hear me out.
I'm already on board.
No. Listen to me, okay. Before I get all Charlton Heston on you, okay. You don't gotta point it.
That's true. I just got to let
Wouldn't
them
it be
know it's
nice
there.
just to walk up and pull one of these moves? Hey, ladies, can you guys keep it down? Seriously, what are you, like a cop? No, I'm not. You lean down, and then your jacket opens. Nice little Glock, just right there.
I would just Kamala Harris model.
I would just really love it if you guys just kept it down.
Yeah, for me, could you?
Because you guys could be silenced in a way you don't want to be. Or you could just take it outside, and I could meet you out there as well. And they'd be like, whatever you say, sir. And that's it. Honestly, probably the most agreed upon way to bring a gun into a movie
Yeah,
theater.
that's the only way that I will. If you're there to be the sheriff of that AMC, because it's a lawless society in there.
You know what? You're right. I think movie theaters need to have a sheriff.
A sheriff, and I am happy to be the sheriff of the theater as long as it's agreed upon that I am the sheriff of that showing. I'd love to be the
Weapon
sheriff.
of choice, a flashlight.
Flashlight.
Shame. Shame's a great weapon.
Shame. That's the one I want.
Shame is a great weapon because this would the sheriff of the movie theater should do this. Should be like, excuse me, you guys got to keep it down. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Okay, just like press a button, huge spotlight on them, and just be like,
These are the people who are talking and ruining your show.
you like this movie? Well, it's gonna have to be halted right about now because these little girls just want to talk all through the flick. Yup. You spent your money on this.
That would be better than any movie I've ever
In or
seen.
out, everyone. In or out. Out. And then
out. We
kick 'em out.
should. We
Yeah, wouldn't that be
should.
nice? And then it would just go out to the public at least once or twice, and I don't think anyone will ever do that again.
There should be a secret sort of poll that you can at any point say, I want this, to like push a button somewhere, because you shouldn't have to take out your phone, but push a button somewhere to be like, this seat needs to go. And if more than 5 people say that person needs to go, they're going to go.
How about this? Okay. How about the sheriff of the movie theater, right? He doesn't actually talk to them. He just has a button or like a joystick or like a series of buttons, a button each for each seat. Mm-hmm. And let's say a bunch of people are talking, you give them 3 strikes in your own head, and once they violate those 3 strikes, you press the button, and then the seats just collapse and they just fall to their
that's
just fall
nice.
to a cushioned floor.
That's nice.
Like a slide.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
But
they're not sitting comfortably for the rest of the movie.
Oh, how about we? You could poison them. That'd be kind of fun.
We could. There's always poison.
There's always poison.
Oh, we got a special drink just for you.
I like the Big Poison would love this part of the ad. There's always poison.
There's always poison.
There's always room for poison. Vladimir Putin loves poison.
So can you.
And do you think he's wrong? Don't say it, or you'll be poisoned.
He's going to be co-president soon. You better do what he says.
Man, there's speculation that Vladimir Putin is the richest person in the world.
Huh.
There's speculation that he all these oligarchs in Russia all have
they'll kick up,
and he has apparently I don't know, underneath Moscow or some Siberia or something like that, he's got underground worlds full of gold. He's the richest guy. There's speculation that he is the richest guy in the world. He just doesn't want to be it.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the richest guy in the world eats for dinner. What do you think Vladimir Putin's having for dinner?
His adversaries.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's just
Who was that guy that ran against me last year? Yeah, cook him. I'd love to eat him and his family.
Is he paleo?
Excuse me. Remember that guy who protested outside of my house?
The guy with the umbrella?
Yeah. Get me his children.
I'll have him.
I'd love to eat him and his children.
Imagine a casual cannibal. Casual cannibal kind of fun.
Casual cannibal.
Oh, what do we have today? My adversaries.
I could eat. Did I already have lunch? Yes, but I could eat.
So you went to the movie theater. You got annoyed by the Gen Z kids making a lot of noise.
The kids making the noise.
Were you on a date?
I mean, yeah.
So you had to hold back.
Yeah, that's why I didn't yell at them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want my girlfriend to get mad at me.
Yeah.
Not because I'm
you
a
had to hold
spineless
back.
coward.
Was she saying anything?
No.
Why was she saying that?
I felt insane. She was on the other side of me, so it was my girlfriend, me, my friend, 2 respectful moviegoers, and then the 5 or 6 women who wouldn't stop talking. And I talked to Maddie after the show, and she was like, I didn't notice any of that. And I was like, are you kidding me?
You know what it is? I think it's because we're comedians. We're hyper aware of any kind of disruptions. The normal person would just be like, the movie's playing. The screen is the size of a house.
It's
How
loud,
are you being
yeah.
distracted by 3 girls on their phone 4 or 5 rows ahead of us? But we're comics, and we always notice people not laughing, the people who are laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Every show I've done, and I've seen anyone who's not completely 1,000% focused, I'm so hyper aware, and I think it's almost to my detriment, because you're aware of the room, but also you're too aware. It's hard
You're
to,
too focused on a specific part of the room.
Yeah, so it's just
so
someone
it
orders
is. I'll admit that the mental illness is probably part of this,
Yeah,
but
I think
also
so.
don't go to the movies if you want to talk. Just watch the movie at home. It'll be on HBO Max in a week.
I haven't been to a theater in a long time. I don't know. I just
Pre-pandemic, have you been to a movie theater post-pandemic?
no.
Wow.
It's you know what it is. It's I can't get over the concession prices.
You don't have to buy anything.
But
Do you even like popcorn?
I do.
What do you, okay.
I do. But it's so intoxicating. The smell of the butter.
Yeah.
You walk into a movie theater, it just smells like they painted the walls with butter.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I gotta get popcorn. And you walk up and they're like $80 for a bucket. And you're like,
And it was cooked yesterday.
there you go. My face is as greasy as the popcorn. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. And then you get this industrial tub of popcorn and you never finish it. I don't know. I just don't like I don't know what it is. Americans, we're held hostage by our circumstances when it comes to certain things we like to enjoy. The airport, you get into a movie theater. It's like you're in, you can't get out. We're gonna jack up the prices.
Yeah, I bet you're thirsty from eating all that salty
What other things
popcorn.
jack up prices? We got airports. We got movie theaters.
Airports, movie theaters, any sort of like theme park. Anything you pay admission to.
Baseball diamond.
Baseball game.
Sporting events.
Yes, $19 for a Bud Light at Dodger Stadium.
Is that true?
I mean, it's a double can, but still kind of a lot.
Yeah, and you can't sneak anything in.
No, well. If you're a lady with big enough hair, you can sneak in a pint in your updo.
Oh, with a bouffon.
Yeah.
Do libraries have concessions?
No. Not that I'm.
when's
I
the
bet
la-
there's like a vending machine here and there, but
When's the last time you were in a library?
boy, it's been too long.
We should go. You should
Let's go to the library.
But the library really is just a WeWork without coffee,
Yeah.
isn't it? Can you bring coffee?
You can bring coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
How-
There's homeless people jacking off in there. You can bring in a coffee.
No one told me about the homeless guys jacking off in there. I didn't know the homeless were that well read. And they're like, this is why I'm in this position I'm in.
Yeah, they're jacking off to Crime and Punishment, but they're jacking off.
It's like a small tent in one of the aisles. Like, oh, so it's almost like a warlock. You may not pass unless you give me $1. Okay, well, I'll just go to the other aisle. All right, well, suit yourself. No, I've been in a library in so long. I guess they have voting stations in libraries. I could have went to the library.
Yeah, you could have dropped off
I should
your
go to a
ballot.
library and hang out.
Where did you drop off your ballot?
I just gave it to some guy walking around. Is that what you're supposed to do? I'm new here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Some guy's like, you want me to rub that up for you? Yeah, I sure do. And then he was just rubbing his hands, giggling. It's like, oh, I wonder who's going to... He must have laughed at my outfitters.
Must work for the president.
Yeah, man, that's it. Maybe he's laughing at the idea of the other guy winning. No, I go to coffee shops and you buy $6 coffee.
Yeah.
But if you could bring a coffee to a library, I should hang out in the library.
Yeah, I've done it. I used to live walking distance from my library, and I'd go there to get work done sometimes.
Yeah. Remember
It's
there was
nice,
a
it's
time when
quiet.
libraries used to rent out DVDs and stuff?
I think they still do. If
They
you ask
still
them
do. You can.
nicely.
I think you can actually watch the movie in the library.
Yeah, they have their own streaming service.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a Netflix
Yeah,
for free?
it's called Canopy. Yeah, you could if you're a LA Public Library user, you could watch anything on the Canopy library right now.
Oh my god! Can you get
The audiobooks, dude. I'm downloading so many audiobooks.
Whoa! So I can go watch. How long can I spend time in a library?
I mean, I think from open to close, I don't think there's any limitations.
Really?
Yeah, if you're not bugging anybody, I think. It's a public space. That's what's great about public spaces. Whatever. They're all going to be gone in 4 years.
No, they'll be here. They'll be here. They'll just be a surcharge. They'll be privatized, which I'm all for. I'd
it'll
love
be
to pay more fees.
Just every book is a Trump biography.
So let's just say this. I work at a library.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody shows up, sleeps outside, waits for the library to be open like it's concert tickets.
Yeah.
7 a.m., I open the door. He's waiting. Okay. Comes in, sits down, goes in and out. I have to, when it's at the end of the day, 9 p.m., I have to tap him and be like, hey, we're done. He's like, all right, see you tomorrow. Wouldn't it be weird? Would I report him? Can he do that?
To whom? The library police?
But he's not bothering anybody.
If he's not bothering anybody.
But he's not reading either.
I don't think it's a problem.
He's not bothering anyone. He's not reading. He just. Do you think you can ask him why you're here? Should I? Is that legal?
Are you an employee of the library in
Yes.
this scenario? I think you're allowed to ask, sure.
What are you doing here? Huh. And he's not like. He's like. What if he was just wearing a suit the whole time? I just sat there blankly staring out the window.
And be like, oh, you got laid off and you're afraid to tell your wife, huh? That's what's going on. You get up, you get dressed every day. You don't know where to go. You come here.
Yeah. Can you be my wife?
Without a job? No.
No.
You
Get out.
get a job, come back and we'll talk.
The year is flying by. I got married a month ago.
That was a whole month ago.
Today is Veterans Day.
Today is Veterans Day.
It won't be when we air. And I wore like an army shell.
Out of respect for the veterans.
Yeah. Is that so wrong?
No, it's great. I'm gonna wear a Carhartt on Labor Day.
That's a great idea. Oh wow. Oh wow. And on Black History Month, I will
No, we're gonna walk away.
not gonna walk away.
We're gonna walk right away.
I'm gonna walk away. I will not get those cornrows.
Wait, those would look really good on you.
with a bandana.
Oh, man.
God, I've always dreamed.
Eddie with cornrows?
Imagine someone was that insensitive, but also good intentions. It's just like, I wore what? I wore a basketball jersey on Black History Month. They're like, Kevin Garnett, the big ticket.
He's black, right?
That'd be so funny if someone's commemorating a certain group of people, but doing it terribly.
Yeah, wearing the basketball jersey and just waiting all day for someone to be like, "Oh, okay."
Sometimes you could be like, "Hey, look, it's 411 guys and dress up as Cheech and Chong." Okay, cool.
411,
411,
420,
420, 411. I think a 911.
411. I dressed up like the phone book.
911. I dress up as. What do you dress up as 911? Maybe like a pilot or maybe
a pilot,
like a flight attendant.
A flight attendant. Yeah, out of respect for the flight attendants.
Yeah. Or maybe just like have like just crumpled up metal around me and like I'm melted steel beams. Why do I treat everything like it's Halloween? If every month I dressed up for that month, that'd be terrifying.
That sounds kind of fun.
Okay.
I mean, is that not sort of what we're doing?
I guess at 420, dress up as Cheech and Chong, or maybe like.
Okay.
All right.
Valentine's Day, you're Cupid.
Cupid, right?
Arbor Day, you're a tree.
There you go. Easter,
Egg.
the egg. I was gonna put like bloody marks on my palms. And
Oh,
act like
okay.
I've been
Yeah. You
pinned
could
to
be
a cross. Catholic.
Jesus. You could be Jesus for a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of guys around here do look like Jesus. Some of them, I can't tell if they're homeless or not. But they are sexy. Some of them got some sexy homeless people here.
Yeah, sure. It's LA, baby.
Everyone's good looking.
Everyone's hot.
And then Christmas, Santa,
Or Jesus. Baby Jesus.
For Hanukkah, I dress up as a candle.
A candle.
Candle.
Sure.
That's the only thing you can do that doesn't look like you're making a statement.
Yeah, you got to be careful there.
Just dress up in a suit. Hey,
look at me.
I'm an accountant. I don't think that's how it works. Also, for Latin Heritage Month, I just go as me.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
good.
go.
Okay.
There you go.
What I
What's
wear.
your favorite holiday?
What's my favorite holiday? Thanksgiving coming up.
Ooh, that's right.
I love
the
Thanksgiving.
food.
The food. And now that I live in LA, I don't go home for Thanksgiving. Not that I don't want to spend time with my family, but there's like zero stress.
Right.
It's like I'm just hanging out with my friends and eating food all day. It's great.
Right. I would imagine for you, Thanksgiving is number one because one, the food.
Yeah.
Two, I don't know what it is, but you can't help but feel relaxed that no one's hustling.
Yes.
No one's working. No one's
Except
out there.
for us.
Except for us.
Yeah.
We'll be podcasting.
We never stop grinding.
We're going to podcast right
We're
through
going to
the dinner.
podcast, in the middle of dinner.
We're just being like, pass the gravy. You guys ever?
Yeah, pass the gravy and then rank the gravy against all the other sides.
I think, Thanksgiving is not big back in Canada at all, but it's big here, and I do like the whole festivities of it all.
And you've got your own Thanksgiving, don't you?
We do.
What's up with that?
Same thing, just in October. It's not.
But why is it in a different day?
Because of the harvest, because of the sun and the winter.
Oh,
and shit
okay.
like
It's
that.
a pagan thing.
Pagan.
Pagan. Cold blood.
Maybe we'll do it next week. But I thought about a segment on the show. Never thought about a segment
Never even heard of
called
it.
Your Daily Pegging.
Okay.
And you just show me a random picture of somebody in your phone. Doesn't have to be a relative or a friend. You can even just Google an image of some guy, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you exactly what he looks like.
Okay. Honestly, this sounds fun.
Time for your daily pegging. And you
Yeah.
just show me a picture. Maybe you found it on LinkedIn. Maybe you just typed in someone's random name on YouTube, on Google, and I'll be like, he looks like da 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 da. Daily
And
peg.
we thank you, Eddie, for this, our daily peg.
God, you really know how to peg that guy you found on the internet. That's never been said before.
Nope.
Okay, here's a hot take.
Hot take coming in.
Turkey sucks.
Okay.
Thanksgiving turkey,
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay. I'm on board with this take.
It's dry. It's never that good. It takes forever.
Yeah.
There's always leftovers. Leftovers aren't great.
No, they're not. No.
I
Turkey,
don't
but
get it.
It still feels like I agree with all of these things, and yet it still feels like an essential part of Thanksgiving to me.
cares?
I don't know. I agree that turkey itself is bad, but turkey plus gravy plus cranberry.
Look how much shit you're putting on it
I
just
know.
to dress it up.
I know, but all of those things without the turkey still pretty good, but not as good as with the turkey.
It's
You get
chicken
the
dark meat.
You get the dark meat day of. You cover it in stuff. It's pretty good.
We're doing too much to it.
I agree. It's not worth the work. I've never had to make the turkey myself, so maybe that's part of the reason why I'm like, we gotta have a turkey.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's this big carcass of a bird, and it's not good.
What
It's
did
dry.
you like last Thanksgiving? What was your?
We had turkey. It was okay.
Yeah.
Not great. I mean, if my wife's mother-in-law's listening, it was fantastic.
It was the best turkey we've ever even
couldn't
heard
believe
of.
it. It felt so
He
good.
was talking about it. I remember last year.
I
at this
literally,
time.
I
He was
can't
talking about how good
express how much
your
I wanted to
turkey
thank
was.
you for giving me this bird.
Turkey in general, I'm not messing with it. I don't want a turkey sandwich. I don't want ground turkey is not an acceptable substitute for ground beef.
You don't
Ground
like a
turkey is so gross.
You don't like a turkey burger?
Not really.
See, I'll take turkey in a lot of different forms. I don't mind it as a cured meat. I don't mind a turkey burger. I don't even mind what else I can have? Like maybe like any kind of strips or bites or whatever, anything like that. But something about the big old bird in the oven, it's dry, it's not good. It makes you sleepy and drowsy.
Yeah. You know what else? The big turkey legs that they sell at the fair and stuff, they're gross. There's a novelty food. You don't like that. It's gross.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know the big turkey leg that you can
Oh,
buy?
like in medieval times?
Yeah.
I
it's
don't
gross.
like that. No.
It's yucky. And the turkey leg, it's so sinewy. It's gross.
Oh, no. I like dark meat chicken. Give me chicken. I like chicken. Ham.
Ham. Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
I'll fuck up a ham.
You'll
And
fuck up a ham. I love a ham.
Pretty easy. You just throw that bad boy in the oven.
There you go. I like a ham. Ham's great. Slice of ham, some mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Some gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Some greens.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make yourself feel good, but they're still doused in butter and gravy.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we're pro ham on this podcast.
Pro ham.
Pro
Yeah.
ham.
Pro ham. John Ham.
John Hamm. Generally pro on John Hamm.
I'm pro John Ham.
Also, have I told you my theory about John Hamm?
He's got a big old dong and he's a sexy man.
That is one of my theories.
It's not a theory, it's a fact.
The other one is, I don't know why. I was just watching Mad Men one day and I was like, I bet I could kick his ass.
No.
I don't know why. I think I could take him. I hope I never find out. I truly, John, if you're listening, I hope we never find out. But
What?
push comes to shove, I think I could take you.
No.
I think so.
We have different thoughts about when we see John Hamm.
Watch Mad Men again. He's really scrawny. Granted, that's 15 years ago now, but he's like, I don't think he's working out like that. And I think his head is so big. It's such a big target. I think I got him.
I think totally different things when I see Mad Men. When I see John Hamm, I think, what would I do if he like just reached out and kissed me? I'd be like, sir, I'm married. But you seem to know what you're doing.
Yeah. You're just so confident.
God, you're such a demanding figure in a suit, and that cigarette really suits you.
It really does, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was a sexy dude in fucking Mad Men. God, we all wanted to be. Didn't you? What a great time to be a white man.
Couldn't have been better.
Could have been better. Do what you want. Hit on your secretary. Yell at your wife.
Drink at lunch.
Drink at lunch.
Smoke a cigarette inside.
Flick it.
Flick it.
Flick it at anyone you want.
Anybody.
Yeah. If you're a white man with power back then in the 50s,
If you were a white man with like one good idea,
oh God.
you were the king.
God. Just yell a slur out your window.
Who's gonna stop you?
Someone's going to be like, tell them.
You should run for president.
Maybe I will, you crazy Mexican. Like, sir, I'm not.
It's all the same to me.
Dark skin is what I know, and only know you. John Hamm does seem like a really nice guy.
Sure.
He's aging quite well.
Sure.
He's very versatile. He can play
Talented actor.
Talented actor. He can play anything from a advertising sort of giant in Mad Men in the 50s to like a cowboy to a superhero.
FBI agent in the town, which is no longer on HBO Max. I learned the hard way.
He can do it all. And you'd think, okay, nice set of blue eyes on the guy. He's tall. He's an all-American kind of look. He's aging well. Surely this man doesn't have a large penis.
Penis.
He does.
Now, do you think he really does? I mean, I'm not doubting, and I'm sure we've all seen the pic, but all I'm saying is, if I were a movie star or a John Hamm type or a wealthy public figure with a PR team, everyone would think I have a big dick too, because I would want them to set something up to make it look like I got a huge schlong. And then I would pretend, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Everybody saw my huge schlong through those white, wet shorts I wore to the beach when I knew the paparazzi was out. Oh, how embarrassing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I was in his position, I would have some prosthetic or stuff my underwear and always look like I have a huge schlong. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know how we got into... We always end up on the topic.
We always
of some
end up
guy's,
talking about John Hamm's package somehow.
What are you doing on Thanksgiving? You going to a friend's house?
Yeah, I go to my friend's house.
What am I doing?
I go there every year. I'm gonna shout out to Tanner.
You can swing by here after.
Probably won't, but thank you.
Wow. Wow. Just put yourself out there.
I'll be too drunk to come over. Are you kidding me?
can
I'm
call
gonna
a car.
pay for an Uber to come out here and
watch you be sloppy in my
make a
house.
mess in your house.
Oh God, he's filthy.
Oh,
Whose friend is that?
All the cranberry sauce on his pants rubbed off on my couch.
Oh my God, he's rolling around my carpet. Who is that guy? I don't know. He's Eddie's friend. They talk in a garage when the cameras are on for an hour each day. But that's it.
That's it.
So we got Thanksgiving coming up. Christmas. You a big Christmas guy?
I like Christmas. This Christmas will be a weird one. This is the first one my grandpa died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Never met mine. So I'm sadder than you are.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you win this one.
My dad died too.
Damn.
And my mom, I haven't spoken to her in weeks. So you want to get sad on this podcast, asshole? We can get real sad.
Do you go home for Christmas or do you go to
I can show you the scars. And they're all on the top of on the back of my head. Do I go home for Christmas? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Like, do you spend, where were you on Christmas Day last year?
I was in Florida with my wife, then girlfriend's parents.
Yes.
And we had a Florida Christmas. Nice. Weather's nice.
Sounds nice.
Pacific Northwest Christmas, I'm sure it's rainy, but dark, but still nice.
Sometimes it's snowy. It's not great.
That's not, But I might be in Canada, in Toronto for Christmas. That's cold.
Yeah, that seems bad.
But we don't. My mom doesn't really care about holidays. So there's not really.
Is that a Peruvian thing or your mom thing?
That's my mom thing. We never really. Christmas, she just started getting back into Christmas. My brother likes Christmas again for some reason. My brothers are weird. So for the longest time, I'd come home during Christmas and there'd be the smallest tree you've ever seen in the corner. Almost comical.
Yeah.
The tree my mom had in the corner of her house was the equivalent of the kind of tree you would see like on a Holiday Inn desk when you walk in.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, Christmas, yeah. Just like, oh, you did the bare minimum.
Same one every year? Putting it in storage, pulling it out?
Same one every year. But then lately, it's my brother's been gotten into Christmas for some reason. I don't know why. But my family has always been kind of like holidays are kind of meh. But we do have a nice Catholic
You going to
Christmas
Mass?
Eve. Christmas Eve.
Going to Mass?
I haven't been to Mass in years.
Okay. What do you do for Christmas?
Are you
Eve?
Catholic?
No.
Christian?
No.
Lutheran?
No.
Atheist?
I'd say agnostic.
What is that exactly?
It's like, dude, I don't know.
Oh, wow. What a cop-out.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
I'm not going to go so far as to say there's definitely no God, but like, am I doing anything to pay tribute? No.
I'm a big God guy.
You're a big God guy?
Big God guy.
Since when?
You don't look at this and think, thank God? Every day in the mirror, I look at myself and go, there's a God, all right. And he's cruel.
And he sculpted these 4 abs. But on the 5th ab, he rested.
On the 5th and 6th ab, he said, that's enough. Yeah. No man should be this
He
powerful.
will be too powerful.
I would say I'm not a religious guy, but I do believe there's something out there. There's kind of force that's helping me out.
Sure.
But I used to go to mass as a kid. I'm baptized. I'm not confirmed, but we used to go to mass in general, and man, was it sad. Catholic mass, oof, it's just so gothic and like dire and
Yeah, I think I've been to mass twice.
right.
For cousins' baptisms, and I do like the part where you turn and you shake hands with somebody.
That
I like
was great.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
Catholics, you really cooked with that one.
Yeah, I guess Catholics kind of figured out the handshake. That's kind of nice. Also, the collection plate. They're like the first GoFundMe.
Catholics are the first GoFundMe.
They're like pass around the
they
plate.
invented GoFundMe.
They pass around the collection plate. This is the day we stopped going to mass. We get dressed up. We'd go classic, Catholic church, Roman Catholic. In the kind of church where the priest talks like this. Those kind of.
That sounds nice.
It is kind of nice, I guess. I just always found the wood pews to be too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sitting, standing, kneeling, sitting, standing, kneeling,
Yeah.
sitting, standing, kneeling. Read a book, put it down, shake some hands, pass some cash.
Didn't say Simon Says.
Didn't say something says. Take the Eucharist on your little tongue. Yep, it's flavorless.
Yeah, mass still sounds better to me than most Christian services because there's a snack and there's this, like call and response and there's shaking hands and standing up.
Yeah.
Sounds better to me.
I wonder if they would, So anyway, I remember one day when I was a kid, we'd come home, we sat at the kitchen table. My dad literally just loosened his tie like this and just said, "Ugh, they just want your money." And we never went back.
Wow. Catholic Church,
He just had a definitive moment.
the
where he said,
original AMC theaters. It's not about God, is it? It's about getting my money. You just let those women talk in the front pew for the whole service. They were on their phones.
they just want your money.
They just want your damn money.
So, yeah. I remember doing confession too. I cried.
You can do that but pre-confirmation? I thought you had to get confirmed before you could.
No,
confess.
no. I think it's part of like the whole Catholic school kind of like, yeah, I went to,
What kind of stuff were you confessing to?
I was like a kid. I was like 8. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm mean to my mom.
Yeah.
Sometimes my dad, I'm mean to my brother. And then he's just like, okay. I mean, it must be weird.
Confession, it sounds almost like they're doing therapy.
It sounds like BetterHelp,
Yeah.
which I'd love for them to be a sponsor of this show, by the way.
Hey, we think mental health is important. And
Yeah.
we think that mental health services should give us money to tell other people that.
You know what? Sometimes life is too hard for you and you need someone to talk to. You can work out your muscles, but why not your brain and your emotions? Why don't you get BetterHelp? Use a promo code Suck It Up.
Whoa.
For 10% off your next session.
Hold on. You saying muscles in the middle of that? Why are therapists and personal trainers not teaming up so that I can do a therapy session while I work out?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine how good you'd feel?
That's a great idea. You
You hit a PR and you forgive your dad. You know what I mean?
It's like 1, 2, 3. Tell me your deepest fear.
Yeah.
He's like, 1 more, 2 more. What's with you and your dad? Right?
Yeah. Come on, give me 5 more. It's not your fault. You were just a kid.
Push. There you go. Push. Why don't you open up more to your girlfriend? Wouldn't that be great? That's right.
That sounds
Personal
like-
trainers and therapists there needs to be one.
Yes.
Just to be one. Like giving a teacher a gun. That would really, yes. That would,
And while we're on the subject, let's give them guns.
Guns.
Give the teachers guns.
I've always felt like the person who's always on the brink of choking a kid needs a gun.
They need a gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, that's a great idea. There should be personal
Underpaid,
trainers
overworked.
and therapists should be the same
It
person.
should be the same guy. I should be going to the same guy or girl or non-binary. It doesn't matter. But they should be, pushing me to, lift more weight than I've ever lifted, both emotionally and psychologically.
Yes. It should be like you can lift more weight and you can lift your spirits.
Yes, you can lift. You can definitely do these squats, and you can be more vulnerable in your day-to-day life.
There you go. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. That's going to be the clip. And then someone's going to be like, that's a great idea and go on Shark Tank. And then we'll have to show them this clip and sue them, make millions.
Now I love that for
And
us.
then
Because we should. I've been saying this for a long time. We should be rich.
then I slowly weed you out to get the money. Founder style.
And then Elon Musk buys it and pushes you out.
I just realized, did you know this? When Elon Musk on the campaign trail was doing those weird
like X jumps.
They're symbolized X, the
Yeah.
website, his Twitter. I didn't even know that.
What a fucking dork.
Isn't that funny?
Dork.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's getting his exercise, I guess.
You know what? I'm glad that the American people finally woke up and said, you know what? Billionaires do know better.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to give him more of my money.
Yeah. I used to have Tesla stock. I sold it a long time ago. I was like, he's too unstable. I don't like this guy. And now I'm just like, oh, man.
Has it gone up or down since you sold it?
Oh, way up.
Yeah.
Way up. And I regret it fully. Yeah. Because I'm still a capitalist, guys.
Yeah.
I'd sell this podcast just to recoup the money from this equipment. I'd sell him out.
You would?
I'd sell him right out.
Name your price. I might be willing to go along with it depending on what the situation is.
Man, I will. The moment they start looking for people that to blame on certain things, I'm throwing them right on the bus. Give me $20 and I'll tell you exactly what he did and who he did it to.
No, don't tell him that. Don't tell him what I did at summer camp.
I just realized something.
What's that?
Remember when we were in the last podcast episode when we were covering our bases?
Yes.
By the way, we're 2/3 of the way right when we covered our bases.
Yeah, we really were.
And we said like, deport Eddie. And then my algorithm said, oh, you're scared to get deported? And then they talked about how there's a chance, not a chance. I think it's a bit fear mongering because it's a bit crazy, but how Stephen Miller, the aide to like Trump, talked about denaturalization, which means taking away
citizenship
from people. And then all I could think was like, oh no. Oh,
that would be,
man, I voted for the wrong guy.
I wrote in Stephen Miller.
Oh no.
Oh, man, but you're married too. That'd be hard. I think that'd be hard. I mean,
first of all, you can't because Elon is a naturalized citizen.
That's a good point.
And his wife is a naturalized citizen. So you can't really
do
that.
So we can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many? Because you know a lot of like Canadians living in LA. How many of them are worried who are not? Do you know how many friends who are not citizens yet?
Most of them aren't citizens.
Yeah.
Most of them have like green cards or visas. But I will say for this exact moment is the reason why I became a citizen to sort of secure myself here. Also to have a vote. Also, I like been paying taxes here for a decade. I'd like to like have a say. I feel very Americanized. Every time I go back to Canada, it feels more and more strange. I'm like, oh, you guys don't got Venmo here, huh? Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
What's that?
Loony.
What
Toony.
I'm telling you, dude, it's bizarre. It's so bizarre.
It's crazy how different. It's not that different, but also it really kind of is.
Do you have any interest in going up to Toronto at all? Would you like to see it?
I'd go to Toronto, sure.
Next time I do a show there, like a headline show,
Bring your boy.
come by because it is. You'll see like certain like stores, or you'll see certain like just businesses, just like, why'd they call it that? Why'd they do that? What's up with that? It's a little different, but it's also not. The accent's funny, but it's also very familiar. It's like it's just a little bit Truman Show.
Yeah.
Just a little bit like,
Yeah.
And I grew up there. It's all I knew. And I felt that way about here when I first moved here. I was like, oh, why'd they do it like that? And why is that on the ground? And why is he on the ground? And why is that guy pointing a gun
Why does that
at
guy
me?
have a gun? Yeah.
I'll be like, well, where am I? And now this became normal, and I go there less. So that place becomes a bit odd.
How come nobody has a gun around here?
I will say Canada's very clean, suspiciously clean.
Suspiciously clean.
You're just like, where's all the garbage?
They got homeless people in Canada, right?
They do.
Okay.
They do. But not, you can't compete with LA homeless.
No.
The LA unhoused are just, this is where they go to train.
Sure.
This is like, although Seattle probably does.
It's not great there, but I do think if you're in Seattle and you're without home, if you can make it to LA, I mean, dry, stay dry. Come on down,
baby. I gotta be here. Start a podcast.
Yeah, start a podcast. You can rent out the studio.
Tentcast.
Tentcast.
Yeah. Anyway, that's time to put a zipper on this episode. Anyway, I don't know how I got on this topic. What was I talking about?
Are we talking about getting deported?
Oh, yeah. So then the algorithms, I went down doomsday scroll because when TikTok finds out what you're into, they just will not
They really hammer you with
leave
it,
you
yeah.
alone. no matter how specific, if you're like, oh, do you like Ken Griffey Jr. highlights? Well, here's one forever.
And that I don't mind.
And then they're just
I say anytime you could send me
And then
TikTok. Anytime you want to send me a King Griffey Jr. highlight.
their algorithm is fucking fantastic, which is part of the reason why we started a TikTok. Please add us on TikTok.
Hey, check out our TikTok.
But then I started getting into a doomsday scroll where I was just getting immigration lawyers just answering questions
Oh,
from
my
their,
God.
and I was just like, oh,
That would
God.
stress me out
And
so
then-
bad.
And then here's what the algorithm does. It knows you've been on this one for longer than 4 seconds. And so it's like, you must like it. And it just keeps showing me until I keep watching them longer and longer. They just know how to get you, man. So I'm fine. I'll always be fine. But I will say, if there's if I had a visa, regardless of where you're from, or a green card, regardless of where you're from, and there's been any discrepancies in your file, your case, or any kind of law you've broken, or anything, any misdemeanor or anything like that, I think this administration is looking for a reason to get people out as a numbers. It's because they want to deport. We're going to deport 1 million people.
Yeah.
But they're not going to say how. Like, the left wants you to believe that, they're going to storm in Gestapo style and bring people out.
Yeah.
But that's so much money.
Yeah, it does seem expensive.
Dude, they followed one. I saw on 60 Minutes, they followed an ICE officer, and they were like doing reconnaissance on this guy, this Nicaraguan guy that like robbed a bank or something. They finally tracked him down, and they arrested him and put him on a plane back to his country. From the moment they figured out who it was to the moment that he's on a plane was $100,000.
That's a lot of money.
So I think what this administration is going to do is they're like, that's a lot of money. How about we just deport people that like applied for citizenship and got rejected? Normally, in any other administration, they would just reapply or wait a little longer or keep their visa. Like, no, if they're not good enough to be citizens, get them out.
Yeah.
And that's an easy number.
Okay.
It's an easy strike.
And would they be actually, like, would they be counting, like, if they do that, let's say you had gotten your application denied, they call you up and they're like, sorry, you got to leave the country now. Are they going to count that as one deportation?
Yes. So to me, it's like kind of like
Before they force it, so they're not even going to like forcibly remove you. They're just going to like
those ones
revoke your status.
Those
basically.
cost a lot of money. I think, of course, this new administration is going to look for the criminals, but they want that number.
Yeah.
When the hard numbers come out, he goes, "Look how many people we deported." You know, Obama deported the most people out of any president in history. Yeah. So I think what's going to happen in this administration, they're going to go for they're going to slam dunk. They're going to go for the dunks. They're going to go for the easy ones. So if you're someone who's had like, oh, I got rejected, or I didn't pay my taxes for 3 years, and I got
DUI,
and then just like boom. So being a citizen, I'm good, and I'm fine for this podcast. So I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
I'll be here.
That was my biggest concern. Was when you get deported,
Who do you get to replace
who
me?
do I get to replace?
I guess you have to be Courtney's husband.
if I have to. You know,
Well, that'd be kind of nice. Is it an upgrade? Definitely in height and weight.
I got that going for me. Yeah, well, actually, we've been meaning to talk to you. Courtney and I.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well-
yeah, you can stay in the studio for a while.
Well, we gotta make sure our penises are the same size. I don't want her to feel like she's gotten.
Whatever we do, we just want to make sure Courtney's comfortable.
Yeah, why not? Who cares, man? I'm free and easy. I'm not an uptight guy that doesn't drink, smoke, or do drugs. I can never be a sex party guy.
Take my wife, please.
I could never,
No, you're barely a party guy.
I know, right? The moment I walk in, everyone's naked on a bed, just having a good time. Like, whoa, my God. Does anybody know anyone's name here?
Yeah, I'm too anxious for a sex party myself.
No.
It's like the social dynamics that would be the weirdest part for me.
Oh yeah. If I ever actually walk into a house that had a full on Diddy like freak off, first thing I would say was like, okay. I mean, I like the fact there's no small talk happening. That's kind of like my groove is like, oh, I don't have to actually speak to people.
That's nice.
That's nice. But at the same time, there's this aspect of like kind of like, excuse me, you're not making the sounds that woman's making over there with that guy. Yeah. I'm a competitive guy. Can you make those
Can you
sounds
just, turn it up on 1 to 2 notches for me?
Yeah, because I need him to think, oh, wow, that guy's doing great. Is that cool? Okay. All right. Oh, you want to just go to that guy? Two of you are going to, okay, fine. All right, I'll find someone else.
Yeah.
That'd be my biggest fear at a Diddy freak off is me looking for somebody.
Yeah, just kind of walking around. Just like, I guess I don't have to go to the bathroom, but I'm going to go to the bathroom just to give myself some time.
Just walking around being like, so you two are together? Okay. Yeah. Can I come? No. Got it.
All right. What's going on over here?
Hey, how you guys are having a good time? How about
slap,
Okay,
slap.
cool. Okay, listen. Honestly, I don't understand the problem. It's two guys, 2 girls. No. Okay. How about 3 girls, 2 guys? I mean, come on. No.
Just wandering around a sex party
just
alone.
wandering like a bed the size of a studio apartment, just walking
Fully
around,
erect.
just walking around.
Anybody? Doing anything for anybody?
So everyone's got somebody. Okay, some people got 2 people.
Okay.
That's fine. Just one guy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just pushing on his back. Hey, if I
just
can't
wanna
be
be
in it, I've
involved.
got to help.
Have you ever done a show at a sex party or a?
No.
I have.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Oh, we got enough time.
They're not thrilling stories, but I did. They used to be this like regular, like I think it was monthly, like sex party at this place in Seattle, and I did a, and they would have entertainment, so they would hire a band or comedians or something to kind of like start the night off. So you would go, and they would tell you like you're in if you want, like you're in the party, you're in.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The most I've ever gotten was a drink ticket.
Yeah.
You get to actually.
I got a suck ticket.
Suck ticket.
Yeah. Never found out if that was receiving or giving.
Oh, is it only domestic or is there foreign ones for the suck ticket?
Yeah, no top shelf.
Cocktail. Put the cock in cocktail. Put your cock in a tail.
Put the cock in that tail.
Oh, nice. What would you do if you're performing at a sex party and you get a gig, okay? Mm-hmm. Like,
And a gig's a gig.
gig's a gig, baby. All right. So let's just say I'm your manager.
Okay.
You know, you won't quit. That's fine. I've told you to quit.
That's your first piece of advice.
Get out of the business.
Kid, you gotta quit.
Get out of the business. Okay. Be my assistant.
All right, you're not gonna quit? I'll write a pilot,
So
I guess.
Brent, I got a gig for you. They watched the podcast. They said
Hell yeah.
absolutely not Eddie, but you, yes.
Okay.
All right.
We won't tell him.
Eddie's too small and weird. We don't like Eddie. He's handsome in a really squirrely kind of way. They said. I don't know why they're really putting Eddie down. I don't even represent the guy.
Hey, you didn't need to repeat any of this to me.
He's like if Alvin and the Chipmunks, one of them was Hispanic and also really annoying. Anyway, they said no Eddie.
Of course, go on.
Okay, but they like you. Okay. It's in a mansion in the hills.
Ooh, I'm in.
Okay, it's a proper stage, proper lighting. It's about $1,000. You get picked up by Uber, drinks, food.
Okay.
It is at a sex party.
Okay.
You're going to be performing. People will be watching. They're all seated watching.
Okay.
It's you and one other comedian. You're going to open. There are going to be people pleasuring themselves while you're on stage. Possibly.
Can I see them?
Yes. But everyone's very attractive.
And I'm opening.
You're opening.
Everyone's very attractive.
Not everyone.
Okay.
There's always going to be a couple uggos that got a lot of money.
$1,000.
$2,000.
Yeah, I'm in 100%.
Okay. So you're on stage. You're going like, I got a cockroach in my apartment. Like, hey, hey.
I got a roommate.
Yeah.
Anybody else got
Psoriasis? Is
roommates?
that baby psoriasis? And some executive is just polishing his horn, just being like this, the cigar.
I think I'm still more focused on the person who looks at their phone. The fully dressed person who looks at their phone one time. That's all I can think about.
Some kids are on their phone during your set, and some guy's literally just like banging a boy.
Oh, yeah. A consenting adult boy.
It might be like a boy is 21 years old. Yeah. But he's just banging a kid. And
But if they're both smiling, I'm like, okay, good, moving on. Okay, this person's got a furrowed brow. What's their deal?
So do you think you can actually not? But here's the rule: you can't comment on the people touching themselves in the audience.
What happens if I comment on it?
Well, it's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon. Okay, I'm probably not getting invited back.
No.
Okay.
But if you offend some people, they want it to be clean, ironically.
Clean?
No, they don't want any like, look at this, who'd you vote for?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. They want me to do a pretty straight up and down act.
Yeah.
Where I'm
no
not-
crowd work.
No crowd
That's
work.
what they said. No crowd work. But you're on stage and you're doing this. You're just being like, yeah, I got a gay roommate. It's a flashlight. You guys have a flashlight? I found it in the dishwasher. And some guy is just like blowing like another guy. What do you do?
I'm cashing that check. That's what I'm doing. I'm going out. I'm buying myself a little treat.
You're just like up there being like, yeah, hey, I got a Travis. And then
I should have a wife.
and some woman's just eating out a guy's ass. Being like, what? Could you continue?
Yeah, I think I could.
I'd be void my contract so I'd be just like, and what's your? Oh my god, that guy's eating on another man's ass. What? Have you seen that? Holy crap! There's like two people on those women. The woman has two tits, and one of them each of them being licked by another woman. You guys seeing this shit?
You guys seeing this? Are you seeing this?
Oh my god, that guy's blowing that guy, but he was just banging her like a minute ago. You guys
That
see
guy's got his whole fist up that
There's
lady.
no way I could do my act. You could do your act?
I think I could.
No, you're insane.
I'd love to try. For $2,000
The moment I
and
get
a
on
meal
stage.
ticket, I'm doing it.
The moment I get on stage, hey, how you guys doing? That guy's getting blown. That guy's blowing that guy. Holy crap. Oh my god, he's got a clown mask on. He's getting blown.
She keeps slapping him, but he likes it.
Imagine that crowd work clip. Can I film like you can film your clip if you want. Just can't show the audience. Imagine like how you guys doing. Oh my god. That woman's eating out the guy's ass and he's smoking a cigar. Is that a rubber?
Lady, that's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit.
What is that?
Oh my god, it fit.
What's on the other end of that? Oh, it's a rubber fist and that's inside that guy's fucking mouth. What the hell?
What's that doing for anyone? You got a mouthful of rubber fist? You're getting off on that?
Crowd work at a sex party would be so funny. Just some guy just having his nuts stomped on. And you're just like, you guys ever? My mom's from Peru. Some guys are just like,
Do you guys ever do speech to text? It's pretty funny sometimes.
Oh man. What we're trying to say is hire us to do your sex party,
Please.
please.
If you are like a wealthy pervert living in the Hollywood Hills and
Never happened. There's no perverts in the Hollywood.
I guess you're right.
There's no perverts in the Hollywood.
perverts in Hollywood.
Are you kidding
Come
me?
on, quit joking around. There's no perverts in Hollywood.
None in power, at least.
No, definitely not.
There's none that are just fat, obscene individuals looking for sex favors to get starlets into Hollywood.
No, form a boy band full of hot young teens just so that you can try to have sex with them. No one would ever do that.
No. We live in a liberal bubble that's full of sane, normal people.
Yes, we don't have guns and we don't do sex.
Outside of LA, could you live in any other state, do you think?
I mean, I could live in Washington. I could live in Oregon. I'd like to think
outside.
I could
Okay,
live
how about
in
this?
New York.
Outside of New York and LA, obviously, where do you think? And we'll leave it at this.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let's run. I want to run a couple bits. We got some time.
Yeah.
Just a couple bits after this. Is there a scene you think? Maybe I could go there. I can be creative. I can post clips. I can do some road gigs. Where would it be?
Without having spent a lot of time in these places, off the top of my head, I think, I'd rather not go back to Seattle, but Seattle would be fine. Portland, I think, would be fine.
Portland, really? They have a big enough scene?
But they're not really, but they somehow have like a lot more like media attention within the city.
Right.
You can, there's lots of comedians who live in Portland who've made a living at it. Colorado, maybe Denver.
Denver be good.
Denver would be good. I'd like to think Atlanta, I could pull that off.
Okay.
Maybe like, I've heard Minneapolis is really cool. I've never been, but I've heard Minneapolis is really cool. So I'm gonna give them an honorable mention.
Some quick bits.
Quick bits.
What do you got? Anything? What you working on?
You do yours. Let me see if I have anything I'm working
I'm trying to work on this one's a quick one. I'm trying to work on this where I go. I guess a lot of you are wondering what I identify as. I identify as a male.
Okay. And I'm laughing already.
Not a man. Male.
Okay.
Because one time I bumped into a table and I went, oopsie daisy. I was like, not a man. Definitely a male. Just male.
Just male. Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I also thought about this, right? I go, when it comes to how we identify, I think that you should take it very seriously, and I totally respect it. But I will say this, though. If I'm in danger, I will change my pronouns immediately. Sorry. If a plane goes down and they go women and children first, I'm going, I'm both.
That's good.
So I thought about, I don't want to be one of these guys be like, one day there's going to be some guy who's going to be like, I'm both. I thought it'd be put it on me. I'm the coward. I'm willing to change my pronouns and my identity just because to help my own life.
Yeah,
so
I'm on the lifeboats and somebody's like, what's he doing there? Excuse me? What is she doing here?
Okay, I'm a little girl. If you don't want little girls to survive this this plane crash, then sorry, buddy. You got no heart.
I didn't hear anything about transphobes on the boat. I didn't hear women, children, and transphobes.
What is he doing here? What is she doing here? Me? A 12-year-old girl? That's the only time I'll change my pronouns is when I know my life's in danger.
Imminent danger.
Imminent danger. If we're in a plane crash and there's lifeboats and like women and children first,
I'm both.
I'm both.
That's good.
I always felt that way.
I've always felt this way.
I've always felt this way.
But I was too scared.
Too scared, and
because it's so hard these days.
It's so hard to come out, and I feel like the friendly confines of this boat as we're pedaling away from this plane crash.
Can I tell you something? Because I feel comfortable around you guys. Because I can tell you're all accepting, warm individuals.
Excuse me, medic, can I open up to you? As you take my temperature and check my vitals, I've always felt like a young girl. I think there's something there. I think I'm going to make sure we get that clip of like, what's he doing here? What's she doing here? I think it's very funny. I didn't think it was going to work. I think it's funny, right?
I think that, yeah.
The one thing I fear is that it's kind of hacky to be like, oh, identify as this.
Any sort of pronoun joke, you're walking a tight line.
Well, I used to have one where I'm like, identify as a big dick guy. My pronouns are he big, which I thought was kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
But I do like the idea of like, put it on me. I'm identified as a male, not a man. Tell that joke. And then I go, I would never. I'm very secure with my pronouns. Unless my life is in imminent danger, then I am switching it up. And there we go. Like women and children first. Yeah. I'm both.
Then the official story is I have been living a lie my whole life right up until this moment.
Yeah. But then will somebody give me a hard time? Be like, oh, that's what criminals do. They changed it to women to like a women's jail.
I hope not.
I was like, and at that point, I'm like, stop it. Don't tell them jokes. One more for me, and then you can get into yours. Unless you want to go quick. You got one?
I got a quick one.
Okay, cool.
I bought a bidet. I love it. $26.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
$26. It'll change your life. The only downside of the bidet is that I do feel a little self-conscious that people in my apartment can hear me using it because it does add an extra... some extra sounds to the bathroom experience.
Okay.
Because when I turn it on, I go,
No. Is that true? No. You had me because that was really good.
Thanks.
How about
Sometimes
this?
I'm too good of an actor.
There you go. You must be. When this guy fakes it in bed, I'll believe it. Here's the thing, okay, with a bidet. Is there levels? Like,
oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the top level will blow your cheeks off.
What is it? It's hard to have a bidet and a roommate because we have different settings. And my roommate, he's a 1, but I'm a 5. Mm-hmm. And I just don't like him knowing that I need that much power to clean out my butthole.
That's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
So to all the bidet people out there, it comes to me, what we need is, we need like almost like automatic car seats.
We need presets.
Presets. Or it'd be kind of funny if, like you said, like I use the bidet, my roommate doesn't. Do you have separate bathrooms?
No.
Okay. My roommate doesn't use the bidet, but it's so loud. I think it would be kind of cool to have like a silencer on it, a muzzle or some kind of
silencer on a bidet is a really funny.
Yeah. How far does it squirt up? Do you know?
I turned it on. Like it'll shoot the wall across the bathroom.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I remember her. That should be like a fun little like any squirters here. All right, now just the women. What? Could you use it as a water fountain in a pinch?
If I had to, yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, are you asking would I? No.
In a pinch, could
But
you use it as a
could
water
I?
fountain?
If let's say
Okay.
the big one happens,
The big one.
and somehow I get trapped in the bathroom, but the sink I cannot reach. But
Right.
I can turn on the bidet. Yeah, I'm drinking out of there.
But that's toilet water.
It's not though. It's just water.
God, you're one of
It's
the-
not like they take it out of the tank that you pissed in and then shoot it in your butt.
I already know what kind of guy you are. You're the squirt isn't pee lobby.
I think it is pee, but
No. You're
regardless, I'm happy to see it.
I don't care what's in it. All right.
Yeah, I don't care.
She's having a good time. I'm clearly doing a great
The
job.
fact that you're asking what it is tells me you don't appreciate what's happening right now.
I respect every woman's ability to vote, the autonomy of their body, and to shoot out a geyser right out of their guy's sore.
Pee all you want.
So the bidet settings would be kind of cool. Maybe there's something with the settings. He's a 1. I'm a 5. Something there.
Yeah, there's something there.
But I do like the idea that your roommate can hear you make that sound. Well, how'd you set up again the sound thing?
It does make me feel a little self-conscious because now there are more sounds coming from the bathroom that
Right.
people can hear.
Right.
Because of the sort of misdirect I'm trying to set up is that the bidet makes noise when it's really like, I don't know when.
You're the one that makes the noise. Yeah. Or maybe, oh man, maybe eventually get used to it. You'll make no sound, which is not fun. It's like, oh yeah, that's all day. What if you get too used to the bidet and then you can't go anywhere without a bidet?
I mean, you're talking about my life right now.
And then you have to set it up everywhere you go, every hotel room, like a CPAP machine. You have to bring it on the road with you.
Honestly, this sounds good. I don't know what. If we have that technology, somebody let me know. I want one.
All right, let me just do. Speaking of bathrooms, I actually have a bathroom. So I used to work a retail job, and when you work at a retail job, you realize that you get asked to where's the restroom a lot. You can't, that just happened. You worked at Home Depot for years. I remember this one guy. I'll never forget this one guy. He goes, "Hey man," he's like just a middle-aged guy. I really got to take a leak. Where's the bathroom? I go, it's over there. And all I can think was, you could have just said, where's the bathroom?
Yeah, you don't need to explain.
Yeah. Thank God it's only that. Imagine he was just, hey, man, I really got to cry. Where's the bathroom? Hey, man, I'm avoiding my wife and kids. Where's the bathroom? I don't know. Just giving me a reason to I originally said, some guy said that, but like, giving reasons to use the bathroom is just so funny. Like, are you like, did you grow up in jail or something?
Yeah, we know.
You don't
we
need to
know
know
what that room's for. You don't need to explain, man.
You don't need to explain, hey, what's your restaurant? I really need to cry. I hate my wife. Anyway, that's all I got.
Anyhow.
January 30th, Chandler, Arizona, Mic Drop Comedy Club. We're going to be there.
It's going to be manic.
Come hang out. It's a Thursday night, 8 p.m. show. We'd love for you to be there. Support your boys. Support us.
Support us.
Oh, be a Hellraiser. Come out. Let me
Come
peg
on
you in
out.
person.
Let him peg ya.
Show up and go like, what do you think? And like, you look like a gay umpire. Steve, right? Get in my butt. Balls. So many balls. So many beautiful balls. Third base, automatic third base. You're so hot, automatic third base.
Take my base. I mean your base.
Spit on it. Spit, licking spit. Bach the shit out of me.
All right, I got to check your balls for foreign substances.
Yeah. Oh man, is there Vaseline on your forearm? These are really. This is inside baseball. First time I actually use that phrase. It actually applies to baseball.
all right,
Yeah. Next week, give me a peg. Got a peg, but will you?
I'll find a peg. I'll find a peg recipient, a peg candidate. We'll have to find a word for that.
Yeah. Any hole.
A peg receptacle.
Peg receptacle. I'm sure there's someone right now who's got that name, and he's wearing all leather in a small cage. Where's my peg receptacle? My water dish is empty. Remember that scene in Pulp Fiction? That scared the crap out of me. I can't get it out of my mind. I still ask questions like, I watch Pulp Fiction, that scene with the gimp, and I even as a boy asked questions like, I wonder when does he ask to get fed? When does he eat?
Is there a flap on the back of that?
Is it
pants?
hot?
It's gotta be so
It
hot.
must be hard to breathe. Does he take breaks?
Yeah, does he have to clock out and go to work?
Yeah. Does he just be like, hey, that was fun. All right, I gotta go
I
pick up
got
the kids from school.
Yeah, my shift at Dunkin' starts in 20. If you could unzip me.
Same time tomorrow. And just get spit in his face. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, master. Yeah. Well, we'll never know. Also,
Sports, November 17th, 6:30 p.m. Nico's Wines, Atwater Village, Los Angeles.
every Wednesday, we're a Totally Comedy show in Los Angeles. Check us out. I get DMs all the time like, hey, where can I see you in LA? Every Wednesday.
Come on out.
Totally Comedy Show.
Totally Comedy.
Bar Lubitsch.
Bar Lubitsch.
Don't miss it. Other shows coming up. I'm working on some other shows. Hopefully, Brent will be there too as well. And we'll talk to you soon. New episodes every single Thursday. Support the show. Subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.